Hello everyone and welcome to D's Homestead. I'm Derek. Hey, I'm a member of a lot of the arcade tractor groups, and one of the questions that I've seen come up a bunch of times is how to add or how to change your front end attachment on your tractor. So today we're going to go over that with a little bit of detail, because most of the videos that I've seen on YouTube so far are pretty vague. Pretty much they show the tractor with one attachment on, and like that it's changed, and now all of a sudden they have the new attachment on, but they didn't actually show you how to do that. I know I saw a post on there this morning, a guy was asking how to do it. Some people don't know, so this is what this video is for. Hopefully you enjoy it. I was planning on some other videos being my first video, not this one, but right now it's looking like this is probably going to be the first one. One of the things that I did already, I started the tractor up, let it run for a couple minutes. That way the tractor's warmed up. So now we're going to go ahead and get ready. One of the things you want to make sure you try and do as much as you can is when you are getting ready to change out your attachments, you want to try and have somewhere level to set your attachment whenever you unhook from the tractor from it. So if you look back over here beside the building, you'll see that I have some pallets and stuff sitting here, and all my attachments go right here on these pallets. So right now we're going to change out from the pallet forks, which are on there now, and we're going to put on the grapple that's sitting right here. So the first part of the video is going to be how to change the attachment and how to get it hooked up correctly, and then the next part after that will be how to hook up the hoses and stuff like that on the attachment if you have a third function valve attached to your tractor. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of posts on there, people are saying they have a lot of problems trying to get that hooked up due to the pressure that's on the lines. I'm going to teach you not necessarily the correct way of how to release the pressure, but the way I was showed how to do it and the way I do it all the time, and it works really well. So I know I've seen some people say you have to like put your left hand up in the air, rub your belly with your right, and do the bunny hop in order to get it to work. But there's a lot easier way than that. So you don't have to do all that. So, all right, I'm going to fire the tractor back up. We're going to move it over there, set the forks on the pallet right there, and we're going to get back to work. And yes, one of the things that you will notice is I still have the backup alarm hooked up on my tractor. So whenever I do go in reverse, yes, you'll hear the tractor backup alarm going off. Sorry, I know the tractor's probably out of the camera shot right now. I'll be coming back in here in just a second. I always like to wear a nice pair of gloves. You don't have to. I just like to. So, all right. So when you come over here, and you look right down here, you have two levers, one on each side, there and here. And what you're going to want to do is just lift this lever straight up, walk around to the other side, do the exact same thing, just grab this lever right here and lift straight up. And if you see, it came unattached right now. This is sitting here by itself. So pretty quick, pretty simple. That's unattached. So now we'll go ahead and move over and hook onto the grapple, and I'll show getting it all hooked back up. A lot of times getting it hooked back up isn't quite as easy. One of the things you're going to want to do whenever you go to leave now is I always tilt the forks forward just a wee little bit, and that way there's a piece on the tractor that slides up underneath this groove, and whenever you tilt that forward a little bit, it sort of lets it drop down and get out from underneath it. So then whenever you're going into the new one, you'll be the same way. You'll be sort of tilted down a little bit. I wish I had a camera mount to put right there on the front end of the tractor so you could actually see exactly what I'm saying as I'm doing it, but unfortunately we'll have to go just here from the side. I'll try and get you as close as I can without running you over. You should be able to see that right there. Whenever I come in, you'll be able to see the angle that I have just a wee little bit. So make sure you get all the sticks and stuff out of the way. All right, so let me move the tractor again. We'll be right back. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop right here so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you can look here, see how I tilted those forward just a wee little bit. That just makes it a little easier, because these pieces right here are going to tuck up in underneath right here. So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about, but right where my fingers are going, that's where you're going to want to put that. So okay, we're going to go ahead and finish hooking this up, and we'll be right back. Let me tilt that down a little bit. Maybe that'll make it a little easier for you guys to see. Right now I'm just trying to get the attachment up there where I need it. Back up just a hair. And we're off just a wee little bit, so we'll back out from it. Okay, left side's hooked up right. Right side looks like it's hooked up right. Okay, and usually I try and lift the attachment up off the ground there just a wee little bit, because you need to make sure that the pins underneath on the bottom are lined up with where you need. When you flip this handle back down, there's a little pin down there, and you want to make sure that that pin goes through these holes right here, like they're on this bucket. There's a little pin that drops down in here when you push that lever down. So we'll go around the other side now and get this one. And when you look underneath, if you can see right there, there should be the pin. That comes down through that hole. Okay, and pretty much that's it for hooking up the attachment. It's hooked up. Now, since this is a grapple, it has a third function, and we still need to hook up that. So if you're doing a third function piece of equipment that you're hooking up and you want to learn how to hook that part up too, stick around 1 second. Typically, I don't like to do it where the tractor's sitting at now, because you need to bring it out, set the bucket down, get everything nice and level, and then I'll show you what you do next. So give me a minute here, we'll back the tractor up and we'll get all prepared to do this. Okay, and then what I do is I always just set everything down, reset your parking brake, shut your tractor back off. Okay, I'll come grab the camera here real fast. Okay, so some of the stuff that I've seen on Facebook, on the posts and stuff like that, say that once you shut your tractor down, now you have to turn your key back on, or you have to do whatever. But that's not what you want to do. You want to get everything set down on the ground, let it sit level. Then what you want to do is turn your key off. So you want your key in the off position right here. And if you want, you can even take the key out, but just so the key's in the off position, you're fine. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take your joystick with your controller and you want to run it every direction it could possibly run. So you need to run it to the left, you need to run it to the right, you need to go up, you need to go down, and then you need to press the little indent button right here and do the exact same thing. You need to run it left, run it right, run it straight forward, and run it back. Now, what that just did was that released all the pressure on the whole hydraulic system, let the extra pressure go back into the hydraulic reservoir. So now the hoses should hook up just like that without any pressure. That's the issue, and that's why a lot of people have issues trying to get it connected, is because there's pressure on those lines. With that pressure on those lines, it doesn't want to connect. So right now, all the pressure should be off because of the fact that we just ran through all those hydraulic motions. So let me see if I can't get this set up a little bit different. Get my gloves back on. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so me personally, I always try and make sure that I put this dust cap whenever I don't have the lines hooked up. Okay, that's sort of hard to do whenever you're trying to put your glove on. So I always try and make sure I put this dust cap in. So just pull back and your dust cap pops right off. Just let it hang right there, it's fine. Me, I always put my cables up here whenever they're not in use. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna disconnect it, put that there, push back on the collar, and it's sort of hard to do one-handed. Let me see if I can't get the camera to stay still right there. That's it, that one's hooked up. So now we have the other one. And that's it, it's hooked up too. So that's it, the third function is all hooked up on the tractor. And no, that fitting shouldn't be loose like that, so I'll have to do some work to it here before I actually start using it again. So that's it for now. We're all hooked up, should be ready to roll. If you like this kind of video, we'll be doing mowing out here in that field out there that you can see, garden, tilling. I have some food plots out here in the field that we're going to be digging up. That's why the tiller is still attached, but soon it needs to come off and I need to get the brush hog attached so I can get out here and get mowing in these fields. I have logging operations going on right now, so there's a lot of logs and stuff. One of the reasons why I'm putting the grapple back on. Another reason is when I mow those fields, I like to have the grapple on. I can tell you better why here later on. So again, if you like this kind of video, doing outdoors kind of stuff, RK tractor stuff. Also, there is a small Kubota tractor sitting there inside the little, right on the other side of that tarp in that building. So if you like this kind of outdoors type stuff, then subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you'll get notified anytime I put up a new video. And thanks for stopping in. Hope I answered your questions. If you have any more, put them down below in the comments and I'll try and do another video to answer those questions. All right, have a good day.